Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Face Palm Sunday. The Fine Brothers gave us an update video, and well, it wasn't very well received, just like the last one. In fact, over the past 2 days, they have lost almost nearly 100,000 subscribers, and as of right now, live, this number of their channel subscribers is continuing to decrease as I speak. This is a direct response to their most recent video titled Update, in which they attempt to update us with the status of how they screwed up. Let's see exactly what they have to say.
Hey everybody, this video is us wanting to explain some things about React World. The confusion and negative response over what this all is has been so overwhelming. And what we've realized is that we completely screwed up with how we originally talked about this.
Well, that's great that you can admit that you kinda screwed up, but the problem here is that you continue to screw up through the rest of this video by your condescending body language, but most of all, your ridiculous eye rolls. Don't see what I mean? Continue.
First and foremost, we're sorry for confusing people by using terminology like our React format. We were never trying to say that every video where someone reacts to something else is something we would try to control.
But it is something that you are trying to control, because this was a mistake in my last video. I mentioned about you guys trying to trademark the word react, the word react in general. This is just like Sony attempting to try to trademark the term let's play, which they did try to do. They tried to trademark the word let's play, meaning that if anyone uses the term let's play in the title of their YouTube video, Sony can pull that video because that is infringing on their trademark. That's the difference between copyright striking and trademarking. Trademarking is you can't use the name under any circumstance, and that is what you guys have done here with this screenshot. And here's the thing, I will give you guys some leverage. You guys want to have kids react, teens react, elders react, that's fine. But but you also have the term just react, a single individual word that you're trying to license, that you're trying to trademark, so people can't even use the word react in their goddamn videos. And I'm not even a fan of really reaction videos as a whole, but this is just completely, no, you can't do this. And what the fuck is up with look at this one. Try not to smile or laugh. That's existed long before you guys ever existed on YouTube. This existed back on the old days of Facebook. Try not to smile or laugh when you have photos, or people would send emails out to other people back in 2003. I remember this. The real only trademark I see in this video that makes any sense is Fine Brothers Entertainment, because that is what your guys' legal name, your channel name. That makes perfect sense. I have no problem with trademarking your very own name for your YouTube channel. That makes perfect sense to me. But everything else in this list is just absolutely ridiculous, and this proves that you are trying to control things, because who the fuck in their right mind would try to trademark react of all things? Again, I give you leverage for kids, teens, elders, parents, whatever the fuck you want, but not fucking react, and especially not try to smile or laugh.
We've been trying to find an analogy to explain this better, and we know that this isn't the best, but if you wanted to start a fast food restaurant, you can start one on your own and possibly find huge success. But if you love Burger King and want to be part of that organization, if you join, you'd be able to get access to things like menu items and recipes and specific logos and promotional support. And these are two totally different routes. Same kind of thing here with React World. You can join and get all these assets and support, or you can make your own reaction videos completely without us. It's up to you.
But how exactly can we make our very own React videos if you're trademarking the word react, which means that you pull the video because we're using and infringing on your video title? See, that's the whole thing. Trademarking has to do with titles. And if we can't name a video reacting or react in general, then how are we supposed to make our own React videos without having you attempt to copyright strike us or content ID us, which I find it interesting at the bottom of your description. It says, note, if you have a content ID claim, we are working to resolve this issue early by next week. I wonder why you've never made a PR statement about the content ID thing up until this very point, because this has been a huge issue on YouTube with you taking down, and there's a Reddit thread, which I've also linked down below in the description, Reddit thread of you proving otherwise, that you have taken people down, you have threatened to sue them. simply for using the term react in their title, among many other things, all of which are linked.
And the last thing we're going to talk about is if there has ever been a situation where we had to take down someone's video. Yes, and look, when you create series and products, sometimes there is specific situations where your content is being infringed. Like if someone freeboots a video on Facebook, or in very rare cases, if someone produces a beat-by-beat version of your exact series, which has happened to us.
But again, with this one and all of these, it's very complex. And we also know that there's so many more questions that you guys have, and we want to do our best to answer as many of them as possible. So we've set up an email that we will be personally checking if you want more clarification. So please write us at askthefindbros@gmail.com.
Do I really want to involve myself with a network, specifically a channel that condones this type of behavior? Because what you've said here is one of the most deplorable things I think any power channel can do on YouTube. We are creators here on YouTube. We have power, and attempting to abuse your power through content ID, copyright striking, but most of all, sending your fans on to somebody else, specifically telling them to attack other people, that is not okay under any circumstance. I don't give a fuck who you think you are. Wow, the Ellen Show just did a kids reacting to old technology. They didn't mention us. They didn't do it with us. Not cool. What the fuck is up with this entitlement, you fucking Jews? Good God. I mean, I know you guys are Jewish, but like, this is the definition of fucking greed right here. Need you to go to their Facebook and blast the kids react links. Even if they didn't realize, even more important, tell them, thanks for the help. Here's the a link and go leave comments to their Facebook. Now, I actually watched this Ellen DeGeneres video on her channel, and it is nothing in relation to the Fine Brothers reaction format. In fact, it's completely original and creative to that. It's a different format in terms of how it's done, and it was just these kids reacting to super old technology in terms of phones and computers. That was it. And here we have the Fine Brothers encouraging harassment, encouraging people to blast them and accuse them of something that the Ellen DeGeneres Show did not do, which is infringing on their own goddamn content. Now, of course, the Fine Brothers completely deleted this tweet and the Facebook post because they were being heavily criticized for sending their fan base after someone else when it didn't even infringe on their react format. But this just proves the fact that they do care, and they will try to shut people down, and they will try to use their fan base as a power structure to shut people up who they think are infringing, which is pretty much anyone who does anything in terms of reacting to content. So you make this fucking stupid update video where you don't really answer anything and rather just yell or raise your voice and roll your eyes. I mean, take a look at this clip right here. This is your body language that you're portraying to thousands of people on the internet. Rolling your eyes at the audience, like, if you want to apologize to someone, you probably shouldn't be so condescending and roll your eyes like we're fucking retards, because that's the impression that I got. If you want to make a sincere apology and say, hey, I screwed up on something, don't roll your eyes like, wow, my audience is pathetic for actually criticizing me on the goddamn internet for trying to take down videos and trademark things which we probably shouldn't be trademarking to begin with because we're fucking Jews. And for those of you who think that I'm serious, I'm kidding about the Jews part, but they are Jewish and I just find it fucking funny. I don't understand why you didn't just make a video addressing some of the big Reddit posts or Reddit criticisms that have been out there about you directly. This video does nothing. Okay, you have an email. Yeah, your video has 500,000 views already. I'm sure that you're going to be able to read all those fucking emails with a staff of 40 people. You've already lost almost over 50,000 subscribers and the numbers continue to go down. So what does this say about you? What does this say about your behavior, your React channel in general, when you are doing something to literally blast your own fucking toe off with a shotgun? Maybe you could have spent the last few days actually making a good response update video to addressing all of the parts, rather than have a condescending behavior and fucking roll your eyes at how stupid your audience really is. I don't know, guys. Videos linked down below in full, along with the Reddit thread, along with plenty of the evidence that I've linked here. Please click the links down below, and thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed Face Palm Sunday.